I'm Jasmine. I work in social media. I'm the social media manager for Tear Fund, which is a Christian NGO or charity. I've worked in social media for the majority of my career so far. I've done a bit of freelancing, worked for other organisations, and yeah, done some kind of voluntary help with churches and things as well. As the person who owns your social content, you have a lot of knowledge about your channels and your audience, and a lot of things that the numbers don't tell you. So I always think it's really helpful to add some kind of commentary or explanation when reporting to other people in the organisation. So an example that I always refer back to is one of our posts on Facebook was one that I think it had low engagements, low reach, and would have probably said, from looking at those numbers, that wasn't great, let's do something different next time. But actually then, using our source code, we realised that one really generous person donated £1,000 off the back of seeing that post, and it had about 5 likes or something. And that's just the side that the analytics don't tell you, and not all of them will get donations. But I often think about when I talk to friends about things I've been doing, and they might be like, oh yeah, I saw that. Or if we talk about a cafe we've heard of, it's like, oh yeah, I've seen that. We often say like, I've seen that, and you mean you've sort of spotted it on social media, and you haven't necessarily engaged with the post. And I think there's so much to that kind of drip feeding, that awareness. When you're not getting engagements, you can notice that you are getting reach. And I think even if your reach is really small, I remember reading something about if you only reached 50 people, for example, if you picture 50 people in a room, that's actually a lot of people listening to you. And there's thinking about the meaning behind them. I think especially as charities, ideally we want to be like building our supporter base and generating income, but there's that awareness angle and the meaning behind different interactions. You might not have many likes, but one person might have gone through to your website and signed up or donated. And I think it's looking at those together. Of the analytics are really helpful for an objective look at what's doing well, and if something's consistently doing well, then you know you've got a learning to take from that. But just because a post hasn't done well according to the metrics doesn't mean that it was pointless. And I think, yeah, having that extra story around that can be really helpful.